Joining me for our P-Wolves profile this time around is Nick Smith, starting center on the Nebraska Wesleyan football team, who is a senior from Springfield, Nebraska, played at Springfield Platteview High School. Nick, thanks very much for being with us. You've been kind of a fixture at center for Nebraska Wesleyan the past couple of years. Your thoughts about the college career almost coming to an end now?
Well, this season's really just flown by, Dick, and I think my body's about ready to quit, but in no way am I, as a whole, ready to be done playing. So I'm going to take advantage of every week we have left.
Have you always played at center?
Nope. Going into junior year, Coach Keller just handed me a ball and said, "Start snapping." That's really my first time. He knows, I'm a guy with a lot of ball skills. I'm too heavy to put in the backfield, so he's got to find some way to get me the ball.
How have you adapted to that?
Well, it is a lot different just because it adds one more thing to do as an offensive lineman, which is also already a very difficult job. Defensive linemen have an advantage on you just because there's that split second there while you're snapping, plus they can attack your snap hand, which is going to be a little bit further back than your other one. So if anything, I'm at more of a disadvantage, but it's just more of a challenge, and I love it.
I don't think a lot of people realize the center is actually calling out a lot of signals during games.
Yeah, the quarterback's always looking at a lot of coverages. And so, my job is to assess the defensive line and make sure, especially on run plays, if we're running the correct way, towards the one technique or the three technique. So, I enjoy telling the quarterback what to do, and it gives me a little more input on the offense.
Tell me about your path to Nebraska Wesleyan and how you wound up here, why you chose Nebraska Wesleyan.
Well, originally I wasn't really sure if I was going to play college football. I loved high school football, but we got to the state championship game. And I think if we would have lost, that maybe I wouldn't have played college football. But fortunately, the guys over at Norfolk Catholic are great recruiters, and they recruited a good team that year, and they beat us. So that's when I kind of decided to start looking at colleges. And my mom and older sister went here, so that really helped. And I had some friends already here as well, and it just seemed like a natural fit for me.
And now you have a brother who is also here, maybe to kind of carry on the legacy.
Yeah, actually his nickname is The Legacy. I gave him that when I was announcing one of the JV football games, and it's starting to catch on a little bit with the guys. But it's been awesome to play with him. He's on the scout team D-line, so we butt heads just about every day.
Talking about doing PA, tell me about that. You've done some public address announcing for the JV games?
Yeah, it's been a blast. I've had some friends up there doing it. Coach Keller just texted me one day asking me if I wanted to do it, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll give it a try, and it's been a lot of positive feedback, and we have a good time up there doing it.
I've seen some traces of things on Twitter that you might be after my job.
Well, Dick, I don't know. I think that'd be like Frank Solich trying to replace Tom Osborne. I just don't think it would fly very well, and wouldn't work out in the long run.
Is broadcasting in your future? Is that something you've ever thought about?
I have thought about it, but I don't know. We'll just kind of have to see how everything plays out.
Now, the offensive line kind of is like a brotherhood. Seems like you guys have been together all year, no injuries. Everybody's been in there pretty much from the start of the game to the finish.
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate with injuries, and that's really helped. I think the offensive line has been playing well all year. We're all friends. We've been together, a lot of us, since freshman year, and even the young freshman here, he's blended really nicely with us, and we communicate well, and we have a good time doing what we do.
If broadcasting doesn't materialize for you, what is your major? What are in your plans for the future?
I'm a business administration major, and right now I'm an intern at Sandhills Publishing. Been there for about a year and a half now, and I really enjoy what I do.
Well, Nick, thanks very much for being with us, and good luck in the future, both up in the booth and on the field.
Thank you, Dick. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks very much. Nick Smith. Our P-Wolves profiles are brought to you by Gail Breed and the Breed team from State Farm, Leach Camper Sales, the Wild Bird Habitat Store, BG Decking and Repair, and Joyce Sherwood, financial professional with Central Financial Services.